Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. I'm Lawrence Cartier, and we are joined by somebody clearly in the worst possible witness protection I've ever seen in my life. Like they're really phoning it in.
I'm wearing a black hoodie with a hood.
Yes, pro wrestling camo. And you never know what wrestler it is.
Look, it's even the wrong company of what we're talking about. See?
We're also going to talk some AEW too. We can talk.
Oh, even better. I'm so prepared now.
Yes. What's Britt Baker's contract status?
Next year. Next summer.
When is she going to WWE? Will she be at Mania?
She will be at WrestleCon. She will be appearing at WrestleCon Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with your girl. So
we're also going to talk about WrestleCon because I'm interested about that whole week. But how was your weekend, first of all, Kimmy?
This was the first weekend I had off in like 3 weeks, so it was nice to be home. I am all situated and packed for Vegas, so that's good. But yeah, just chill, calm. How was your week? Week?
Not too bad. Like this weekend, I literally just stayed home and watched all the Coachella performances.
Did you see Yo Gabba Gabba?
I did. It was a trip.
It was so good though.
Yeah, it was legitimately very. I'm like, I didn't expect to enjoy this much, or Flavor Flav to come out halfway through.
It was so funny because I was just scrolling through Twitter and someone tweeted about Yo Gabba Gabba. I was like, oh my god, I forgot Yo Gabba Gabba was performing, and then I wanted to see it, so I really was just watching clips. I go, this is perfect. My childhood.
And Bernie Sanders came out to introduce the band.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He did straight up his stump speech and then introduced the performer. Like the performer invited him on stage because he was doing a huge speaking thing in California like that day. Then went to Coachella to do his little spiel.
Listen, what happens at Coachella stays at Coachella, right? Or what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Same thing.
I think I saw Liv Morgan was there. Travis Scott.
Oh. Was Travis Scott pre-gaming?
Yeah.
For WrestleMania.
Yeah, which is weird because they do it because it's also next weekend. So I guess he's not doing it. He might just do the Saturday and he's going to be there on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, it's not because it's just flight-wise. I think it's like 2 hours.
Yeah, it's not far. It's the California desert to the Las Vegas desert.
They could send the private jet to go get him.
Yep. New Music Inferno in the chat saying hello. What's up? Hope you're having a good weekend. So it is Mania week. I want to we'll get to that in a second. First of all, Kimmy, you have a big week yourself going to WrestleCon, being the super agent you are. For people who don't know, what exactly is WrestleCon? What are they, if they're heading down for the first time? What can they expect?
I love, the TikTok where it's like, I love this question.
Yeah.
That's what I feel right now. So for those who don't know, WrestleCon is the premier convention, a part of WrestleMania week. They have been running for over 10 years. I believe this is the 12th WrestleCon they've run. I actually went to the first WrestleCon as a fan back in 2013, which is crazy because now I work it and I work with them. How did we get here? But this year, WrestleCon is 4 days. They have not ran a 4-day WrestleCon in quite some time. So if you're looking for something to do Thursday night, we have a session from 4 to 8. Friday, it's 9 to 2. And then Saturday and Sunday, because we know you want to get to Allegiant Stadium bright and early, we're running 9 to 1. And Sunday, admission is free. So if you're looking for a pregame, a free pregame, and you want to meet some people, Sting's going to be there, Tony Storm's going to be there, head to WrestleCon Sunday because it's free admission. And there's over 260 talent going to be there across the 4 days. It's the most they've ever had. Mike Tyson's going to be there. Wolfpack Sting's going to be there Saturday. For those wondering where Britt Baker is, she'll be there from Thursday to Saturday. So why not? Just come down. It's a fun time. You get to meet your faves, get a pic, get an autograph, see me yelling at people.
Is Sting's beard real? Is that great? Was that a deep fake?
So he does have one. It's not as long as people portrayed it to be. I actually got sent this picture. I don't know if you saw my tweet about it. I got sent this picture by like 10 different people. My boss did too. If you guys don't know, me and my boss, I work for the agency that represents Sting for autographs, and he goes, "Why do people keep bothering me about this?" I go, do you want to know what my phone looks like? And so I sent out a tweet that said, "Stop tweeting me the stupid picture. He's not shaving his beard. The man is over 65. I think he's like 65 years old. He doesn't need to shave it."
And he's technically retired.
He's retired. He's retiring at the end of this year from cons anyway, in the full face paint and gear anyway. Let the man live.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed he wasn't coming to Canada. I would have gone to, if he was doing like a Toronto date, I would have gone to Toronto.
You could come to the States.
Yeah, you know how terrified Canadians are of going to the States right now? We don't want to end up in Guatemalan prison right now. I am slightly too dark-skinned, and I've talked too much shit on Twitter about your current administration. I've talked way too spicy. They go through phones. I'm definitely ending up in some random prison.
Oh my God, don't say that.
Like even on AEW this morning, Speedball was incredibly nervous to say anything bad about the RJ City set him up. Like, do you want to say anything about the current government? What?
He was on AEW, right?
Yeah. And he's like, "Do you want to say anything about the current government?" It's like, nope. I am here on a visa.
I am here for a long time.
Yeah. What was funny is he had what you're going through with Britt Baker. He was like a few months ago, he was dealing with when the rumors of AEW came out, and he was on a live stream with a mutual friend of ours, Ben Ortman's. Like I was on a little earlier with him too on that same stream. And Speedball was saying I think he had to do WrestleCon that day too. And he's like, "Oh, God, I've got to go down and they're going to ask me a million times if I'm in AEW." And he can't say anything because he it wasn't for like a few months later before it was like officially announced. So he was still the rumors had just come out that he had signed in AEW.
See, leave us alone. Why do you? This is what I don't understand. Why do people feel so entitled to know first? Y'all could wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Relax.
What are you most excited about WrestleCon this year?
Both my parents are going.
Oh, look at that. They're going to be at the
My
tables with you. Look at this is my daughter. You should pay $5 to see her. It's the Kimmy Sokol.
so my dad has come with me to multiple shows before. It is my mom's first time at WrestleCon, and I don't think she's fully prepared because she has already said to me, "Can I bring my Kindle for downtime? Where's the dinner reservations? When are we going to the pool?" I go, "Who's we?
Yeah.
You, not
Yeah.
me." So I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for my parents to, come and see all the festivities. I'm excited to see a lot of talent. Like I said, 260
Yeah.
talent. And I feel like to me, I compare WrestleCon to our biggest show of the year because it's the
Yeah.
week where everyone's going to make money. This is the week where you're bringing in the top names because you know that the WrestleCon attendance is going to show out. And it's fun to see people that, travel in for WrestleMania week and people I don't usually get to see because they don't live up here. Sadly, Sean Ross Sapp is not coming. I have to wait a week to see him at Square Circle Expo, but I'll see Joel Pearl. So
Yeah.
I guess it all evens out. But yeah, I'm excited to see my peeps and
Yeah.
run chaos.
New Music Inferno says he'll be at WrestleCon with his wife.
I
JPJ in the
believe I'll be.
chat saying it'll be a 45-minute plane ride from Coachella to Vegas. Yeah.
Making him plenty of time.
Yeah. Oh, like those sets go out like it's like he goes on like 11 p.m. He went on super late last night too. He's like I think it was the latest one they had playing. Like it was like 1:40 or like 11:40. It was like 11:40 their time, like 2:40 a.m. here was when that sets. Yeah.
I'm not excited for the time difference. That's what I'm not excited for because that's gonna mess me up.
Yeah. Like, yeah, especially when I'm like reading the clock and like looking at like all the GCW shows. Like, so I was supposed to get like Thursday, Friday off, but like because it's like a agreement with our union that like the week before Easter and the week before Christmas, we're not allowed to take days off. We're like we can't even call in sick. If we call in sick, we lose like not only that day's pay, but I think the next day's pay. It's part of our collective bargaining. That happened to me. It happened to me once. I legitimately fucked my leg up on New Year's Eve, and like we don't work New Year's Day, but like even the day after, I came into work. I couldn't go into work, and like that's how I found out the hard way. That I had to like lost like the holiday pay, and the day I was sick. The day I could legitimately couldn't walk on my leg.
So now you just have to suck it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Through everything else.
I literally just have to punch in for 5 minutes, be like I was here, then go home.
I physically listen. Proof.
Yeah,
see my sheet. That's crazy.
So Mania week this week, we are going to get into some of the matches. What are you feeling like? People are like, it is a very weird WrestleMania week this year. People not sure what to do with the whole card, aren't necessarily as excited about the show itself, but everything more around it. How do you feel about it this year?
So it's hard. So there's some things I like. I don't like that there's a million multi-person matches. I think that's stupid. It's like everyone needs to get on the card. Oh my God. So that's something I don't like. I don't like the fact that you could promote that if you win the Royal Rumble, you're going to main event WrestleMania. And neither one of the Royal Rumble winners are main eventing a WrestleMania. I mean, no offense to Jey Uso. I didn't think he was going to main event night one.
Yeah.
But I at least had hope for Tiffy and Charlotte main eventing night one. And that went out the window because someone needed to main event WrestleMania for the first time ever. Boo hoo hoo. Let's see what else.
Seth Rollins?
No. That man had his main event last year. You know that was the only reason I went last year to Mania Night 1 was just so I could say I was there for his main event match.
Yeah.
And my dad was pissed. He goes, "You're going to make me spend money on tickets?" I go, "Yes, because I want to be there." And it was 40 degrees. 0 out of 10 would recommend. I also don't understand why Chelsea and Lyra can't defend their titles.
Yeah, that's strange. Like, especially Chelsea, who's been doing so much good work with that title, and with like the Patriots, and like everyone pledged allegiance to Chelsea Green.
And she has the most media, I think, out of any single person on the roster for promotion. She's everywhere. How do you not have her on the Mania card?
JPJ saying there's 3 multi-person match. Can we all relax on acting like every match is a multi-person match? No,
There's
every
no
match.
way it's 3. Is it really?
The women's title, the triple threat,
the fatal 4-way.
Yeah, fatal 4-way. That's 3.
Isn't there another?
Yeah, I think. Oh, the Intercontinental title. Oh wait, no, it's a fatal 4-way. I think that's it. I think it's just the 3.
It's still too many. 3 too many.
All right. Let me see. Is this gonna work?
At JPJ.
There. Oh wait, nope, that's the wrong thing.
I was gonna say that is a multi-person match technically.
Yeah, I mean every match is a multi-person match because there's more than one person.
This is also very true.
I'm just gonna add the
just got announced for WrestleCon. That's cool.
So which match is there a match you're excited about? Like what's the match you're most excited about as a fix a mistake I made?
I'm excited to see where the Rollins match goes because I actually think Rollins is gonna sneak away with the win because everyone's too focused on Paul Heyman. And so Rollins is going to sneak up and beat somebody. And it's going to be like, oh, wow. So I'm excited to see where that goes. I'm excited to see what comes of this John Cena heel turn at WrestleMania if he could do it, if he could win his 17th title.
Is this going to work?
What are you attempting to do?
Hey, it worked. I figured it out. I'll flip us that way. There we go.
There we go.
So one of the matches I'm legitimately excited about because I was terrified it was going to end up on the what I've been saying for months is for like the last few years has been the WrestleMania pre-show, which is the SmackDown before Mania.
It's the biggest SmackDown of the year, Lauren.
It literally is. They've put all their pre-show matches on that show and then just have 3 hours of talking and nothing. Like before SmackDown. But yeah, I'm very excited for legitimately they've built this match very well. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. One of the matches I'm most excited about because I'm happy Naomi doing great in this role, as he's getting a bigger main event spot, especially when she first came from TNA, was sort of fighting her footing again. But now I think she's off and rolling. How do you feel about this match?
This match, these are going to be really good or really bad. There's no in between of what this is going to be. However, yeah. I think Naomi's going to win. I think Naomi needs this more than Jade just because this is her first match since turning heel. And I think you need to legitimize this heel turn. And what a better way to do it than have her win this match. You can run this match again at, I believe the next show is Backlash. You can run this back at Backlash and possibly with the stipulation if Naomi cheats to win, which I think would make the most sense. Because I also think Naomi has a very good shot at winning the Money in the Bank this year. I know we've said this for years, but I think now is the time, especially with the heel turn. And I think a win at Mania could give her the boost that she needs to carry her through that. So I'm picking Naomi.
I agree with you.
Thank you.
Initially, I felt Jade Cargill might take it because I feel that they're gonna shoot her to the main event singles situation going on. Maybe against Bianca Belair when she wins, they're gonna fit her in there. Potentially if Bianca Belair wins the title at Mania, there's the perfect way to slot either one there. Either one could face Bianca Belair after because they've still been sort of keeping Bianca involved in that storyline a little bit. So yeah, I do agree Naomi should be the one to go over, and that her winning the Money in the Bank, very smart because they could and need to rectify the mistake when she won the title of not selling a Glow title. They should sell a Glow Money in the Bank briefcase.
That would sell so well.
Yeah. it would also look great on television. The glow, the briefcase, like in the pitch black, would look so good. Like I'm with her becoming Money in the Bank this year.
So since her new thing is like the caution thing, do you also have the caution tape on the briefcase with the glow LED light?
Oh yeah, I think you do both, especially like after she hits it over somebody's head, like a couple times, and it sort of looks like the hardcore title a little bit, where it's banged up, and you got the caution title.
That's great marketing. At WWE, if you're fanatics, if you're listening right now,
yeah, I'm printing money here.
We'll only take 10%.
The other beard has joined us in the chat, saying Kimmy is as good as being retired as an apple is it being an orange.
I was asked pretty last minute, sir.
Hey, I asked you 2 days ago. Yesterday? Was
yesterday,
it yesterday?
I think.
Yeah. Fernando saying I think Roxanne's going to win the Money in the Bank.
So is she officially called up? Because I know she was on SmackDown Friday, but then I think she's still wrestling at Stand Delivered. They're doing that tag team thing, so I don't know.
Yeah, they have her like sort of like 3/4 out of NXT, and I think they're waiting for Mania season to be over to fully slot her in. So she has like her own storyline. They're probably waiting for like some storylines to resume to put her in.
That makes sense. I was confused because I thought after Chamber.
Yeah, it looked like she was going to feud with Bayley for a bit, but then they sort of took that away. I think we'll talk about that in a second too. But also a match I'm like the emphasis that I'm not looking for, which like might be good in ring, but just not excited for this person. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles, which I can't believe is taking a Mania slot. Which is there's a couple of these where it's just like we need to put AJ Styles in a Mania match. Sort of like they needed to put Rey in a Mania match. Like
the interesting thing about this one though is that this might be AJ's last WrestleMania because his contract is apparently up this year. That was the big talk before AJ got hurt. Like at the end of last year, was like, oh my God, AJ's contract, he's done because he has openly said he's not signing a new WWE contract after this. So if this is really his last WrestleMania, I think Logan Paul is going to win and AJ is going to put Logan Paul over. And that's really disgusting to say, but I'm picking Logan Paul.
I can't pick Logan Paul. He just sucks so hard. I just want bad things to happen to him all the time. It really bums me out. Like he's not a good person. Like I don't like that he's athletically gifted and he's actually kind of like good in the in-ring stuff, even though like he rips off everyone else's moves.
Hangman Adam Page, we're talking to you.
Yeah, like again, if he wins, what's the point though? Because like he goes away for a little bit,
and then comes back. Time now.
Yeah, like did they put him in the title picture afterwards again? Does he go for the US title? Like I don't know
what's gonna happen, right? So
what?
The draft.
Yeah.
That's happening. So maybe he switches brand.
Yeah. Which is always concrete, and no one ever goes to any other show whenever a network or streaming service sees fit that they want ratings boost.
Netflix be like, oh, who do I want this week?
Yeah. We need to find a reason for Roman Reigns to show up at this random Raw for no reason when you could have done this on SmackDown. Let's see. It was talked about before, and I just mentioned him. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. I'm just ready for this bit to be over.
I was very much looked down upon the other day when I picked Rey Mysterio because I thought El Grande Americano winning at a WrestleMania was pointless. But JPJ and Plug were like, how is El Grande? He's undefeated. He has to win. Like, no, he's gonna reveal he's Chad Gable. Like, why? Rey Mysterio needs this huge WrestleMania pop because he's a legend.
Yeah.
This should not be on the WrestleMania card, though.
No. like this could be on the SmackDown before. You could put on a Chelsea Green match and put this on the SmackDown before, and it would have still worked. Like there is part of me that just wants Ray to take off his mask, El Grande Americano's mask, at some point.
Imagine it's not Chad Gable. Imagine they get like somebody else for Mania. That'd be funny.
Yeah, like I'm ready for like the El Grande Americano reveal at some, like, even though like Ray could win or lose and still like they go beat him up afterwards and then he gets the upper hand, ends up taking off not Chad Gable's mask. Just like you're not Kimmy Sokol, El Grande Americano is not Chad Gable in the exact same way.
Maybe that's why I want him to lose, because I just think I portray the gimmick better.
Yeah, that's gimmick infringement, frankly.
I did it first. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I did it first. On in the weeds.
Fernando saying this should be mask for mask, where Ray wins.
It could be still. We still have one Raw left, so they could announce it on Raw on Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, Fernando agrees with you. Yeah, AJ Styles is losing, unfortunately, because of his contract. Yeah, and Chelsea Green definitely deserves to be at Mania instead of these two.
What if she hosts WrestleMania instead, like with her Secret Service?
Yeah. God,
all
three of them are so
that'd be
great.
Funny.
Let's see.
Pick a good one.
You know what? I will do somebody I actually interviewed who's very nice. L.A. Knight. Yes.
Oh, but he's going to lose, though.
Against Jacob Fatu.
Yes. Jacob has to win.
Yeah.
This is like a must win, because the U.S. title has literally gone from like a top mid-card title to an afterthought. I don't know what the Shinsuke Nakamura reign was, but it was absolutely garbage. So was LA Knight's first run with the title. That was also garbage. So I think with a monster like Jacob Fatu, having him win the title could really make something of his career. I think it separates him from Solo and the Tongas. And I think, him versus Solo for that title at SummerSlam is a really big match that I think they'd want to capitalize on. So I think Jacob has to win.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think this one's one of the more predictable ones. I think, like, unless the only thing that I see preventing it is potentially somebody else in the former bloodline, like, screws him over. And, like, they drag this out another month or make it a triple threat at Backlash.
They're very busy. I think Solo's isn't Solo gonna face Randy?
Oh yeah, was that announced? I didn't see SmackDown this week.
It wasn't announced, but I think it was hinted at that was going to be the match. But I mean, listen, if they happen on two different nights, that could technically happen.
Yeah. But again, like, I think Jacob Fatu's gonna win. I think he has been so over with the both like the fans and backstage. Like his ability to work. Everyone was talking before he got there, and when he got there, he just hit the ground running. It was just like one of the more captivating performers there, and like clearly outshined the rest of that bloodline group, which, like, no fault to them. It's just Jacob Fatu is like clearly the star there, and I think this is going to be like his big breakthrough moment at Mania.
I just hope the match is good. This is either going to be really good or really bad. There's nothing in between of what this match is going to be.
Yeah, like, it could also, like, straight up, like, I don't think it's going to be a squash.
It should be.
Like, yeah. Like, I like, there's a chance it could be, but, like, especially by the end, I could see him hitting, like, just spamming his finisher 30 times and taking the title off, like doing it like 3-4 times, like he usually does, and just crushing LA Knight. Like,
that's wild.
It's probably going to be like a 15-minute match, 20-minute match where, like,
no, it should not be that long. 10 minutes.
Yeah. He does like the the like hip attack thing that he does 30 times, spam that, then spams his moonsault. Like LA Knight starts to get like the upper hand, and eventually JPK Fatu just demolishes him and becomes the United States champion.
And Twitter will go wild.
Yep. All right. The match with, like, again, you were just talking about somebody who needs to win. I just don't see a way that Jey Uso doesn't win this match, because it, like, I haven't seen one where like it would absolutely kill him. Is you already call him main event Jey Uso, and he's not in the main event after winning a match where you're supposed to be in the fucking main event. It's in his name. It's literally in his name, and he won a match that's supposed to put him there, and he didn't get the main. It's right there, right before Jey Uso. It still says it, main event Jey Uso. Not in the main event, but like he also, after having Gunther murder his brother in front of him, like there's no way that he, like, it sucks that Gunther is going to suffer back-to-back losses at WrestleMania, but like it's got to be Jey. Like they would demolish his character and his momentum if he doesn't win.
I think this would be a waste of a Royal Rumble winner if you have Jey lose.
Yeah.
I think this is a match where no one really expected this to be the Mania match for, I think, either one of these two, because when it came to Royal Rumble season, the rumored match was Gunther and Punk.
Yeah.
And we went in the complete opposite direction here. But Jey has to win. I mean, I think how the match... So, usually I would say this match should kick off. I think this is night one, this match. I think it should open night one, but I feel like you need the lights. Like, you need the whole stadium to go dark just so you can see, like, the flashlights and everyone eating. And since we're on the West Coast, that's not going to happen by the time Mania starts. So don't have this match kick off for that reason alone. But I think Jimmy will come out, hit Gunther from behind, help Jey win, and then that's how the match ends. And then Jey and Jimmy are celebrating, and everyone's like, oh my God, I can't believe Jey won. And everyone's crying. Rikishi gets in there, celebrates with his child. Picture perfect moment that should end WrestleMania night one, but no, we can't have nice things. Thanks, Punk.
Phil says you're welcome. And I'm speaking to him right now. We're best buds.
Oh, you're best buds. Oh,
yeah,
you yell at me for name dropping. You just called him by his full name.
That was just his first name. I just said Phil. I didn't say...
You didn't say Brooks?
Phil R. Brooks, attorney at law.
Attorney at law. Damn.
Yeah. Fernando agrees with you, saying Jey is totally winning, but it's going to be a short run, which I actually kind of agree with. I think I would not be surprised if at the next pay-per-view, Gunther just demolishes him and gets his win back. Because
he's not going to be champion for long. Don't get this twisted.
Maybe
SummerSlam.
I think the JPJ saying the story is stunk. Like, I think it started off a little rocky because they had a longer time to build, because they were one of the matches that was announced since January. So they've had a longer build to deal with, but the last few weeks it's definitely picked up, and Jey, very much like the pandemic era Jey Uso, more of a grounded emotional promo, which is how he got so over as a single star, even before where the whole Yeats thing started. In the pandemic era, he got over because he was great at those emotional promos, and that's how he sort of separated himself from his brother. I think this one's one of the more if Gunther wins, it would legitimately crush all of Jey Uso's momentum. And then
I don't know where you go from here with Jey if he loses.
Yeah, exactly. You can't have him lose on the biggest stage for the third straight time against the heavyweight champion. He then you, especially when you're trying to promote him as main event so, and you're just gonna have him go after the Intercontinental title. If he
which is
loses,
also not in the main event.
yeah. Which do I have the picture here?
I'm very proud that you have all these graphics set up ahead of time.
There it is. Speaking of the Intercontinental title,
I got yelled at for my pick.
We've got Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, Penta, and Braun Breaker, the best spear in the game. Because he just puts his whole heart and soul full steam ahead, reckless abandon into that spear.
He says, I don't care if you get hurt or if you really like get bent over backwards, I'm gonna kill you tonight. Because poor Carlito, just poor Carlito. So I picked Finn Balor. I got yelled at the other day for picking Finn Balor because I feel there's way more in a story with Finn and Dom feuding over the IC title, with Finn kind of taunting it over Dom's head that he was able to get the job done and Dom did not, than if Dom wins and it goes the other way around. Because I think you do the whole student mentor story with Finn and Dom. So I picked Finn. And plus, where was that report like 3 months ago that said Finn was going to start a major push, a major singles push? This is your start for your major singles push, him winning the IC title.
Like, this is a match where pretty much we can make a case for all four winning. And like, you wouldn't be wrong. Like, there's a decent case to make for everyone there. Like, it's much in the same sort of like train of thought you're going. Like, I thought Dom Mysterio could potentially win, and then they feud because he won the NXT North American title, but he hasn't won any other singles titles. And like, I wouldn't be surprised if like this starts his babyface run, where like he wins it and he starts feuding with Finn. But again, like, it depends what they're doing with Penta too, because I could see Penta winning, and they already presenting him like a massive star. So like, it depends with the draft and everything coming up, what they're doing with him and his brother.
I think they're going to be reunited.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I think with the potential draft coming up, I think both of them are going to have the same show, and they're going to go after the tag team titles. So like, I don't think he's going to win the Intercontinental this time. I think it's either going to be Finn or Dom. Like, again, it could be a toss-up between one. Like, Finn screwing over Dom to win the title. Like, I could see that too. Like, Dom is about to win. The crowd's getting behind it. The crowd's reacting to it. And Finn, like, fucks him over at the last second and just hits his finisher on him and takes the title out from under him. So, like, I could see your point of view. Like, I think I'm going to go Dom just because, like, he's the, like, they sort of, like, I feel like they definitely want to get behind him, and they want to give him, like, his first main roster singles win. And again, like, Braun losing is not going to hurt him. I don't think he's going to take the pin. Like,
no, he won't.
He's probably going to spear somebody on the outside through the guardrail and just be out conscious while like two other people are in the ring. And one of those two other people are going to take the pin. Like, he's probably going to
the finish is going to be Dom and Finn. Like, no matter how you spin it, one of them's getting pinned, the other one's winning. Penta, I think, is going to be somewhere on the outside. Penta doesn't take a loss here if he gets pinned or is not. I think the greater story is the fact that Penta is able to do Mania, because for a while we didn't think he would be able to. And I'm excited for my friends to finally make his Mania debut. I wish it was both of them, but I could be happy with one.
Yeah, and they're both like very happy to be there. And like, I was just happy to see how emotional they got, that like they achieved this massive goal of theirs. And I love his slutty little rock to the ring.
It's so great.
Yeah. I just assume he walks around the house like that too.
With his mask off, just like chilling
also,
with
there is no better look than a luchador in a suit. It's my favorite thing. Isn't. Like, it somehow looks more professional, like, than just a regular person in a suit. Like, it looks so much. It makes a suit look better. Like a suit jacket, turtleneck, and a mask. Like when he was doing press, I'm like, man, that dude looks good in that suit.
Did you see all the press he did for I think it was Netflix Mexico he was doing
Yeah.
stuff? That was cool.
I think Finn also did his wife's show on ESPN in it's either Mexico or Spain because she's Latina.
Yeah. That was cool too.
Yeah.
International guys. WWE's making it.
Yeah, this little company that could.
No, that's TNA.
Yeah.
TNA is a little company that could.
TNA, the company that can't get out its own way.
Neither can Ring of Honor at this point. You see
Yeah.
they introduced another women's title last night.
Yeah, and like they got rid of one of the wrestlers who had been great for that Pure Women's Championship. Like they let her contract run out. Like Layla Hirsch would have been great for that Pure Women's title.
I think Amanada is gonna win though. Like I think the finals is gonna be Deeb and Amanada, and then Amanada's finally gonna get her one up on Deeb.
Yeah. I agree with you. And speaking of women's wrestling, we've got this match.
Boy.
Yep. Another Royal Rumble winner who will not be in the main event. And boy, howdy, did this get off to and continue for every week since a very weird foot and get uncomfortable at certain points. Because, go ahead.
This is another one. It's either going to be really good or really bad. There is no in between of how this match is going to go, and there's probably going to be at least 5 times where you're like, are they shooting on each other or are they working? Is someone getting a receipt in this match? Yes, they are. I mean, Tiffany should win. She's not going to because Charlotte Flair needs the title at all times.
Yeah. So I agree with you. I think
Charlotte.
Like I think Tiffany Stratton should win this match and cement herself as like the president and future of the company. But also I just had the idea, fuck it, have it go full blood sport match. Just you've already got Natalya in a blood sport match. Just no ring, let them throw hands. Only knockout and submission to end the match.
I feel like that wouldn't end well for anybody.
have them work, shoot, fight. Oh, I would love it so. I love those blood sport matches so much. They're exactly the thing I'm into.
Just the card looks good for that show, though.
Yeah, I'm legitimately excited for what like Natalya might do. And like, wonder, like I legit like everyone's expecting like her to like straight up wrestle and go for submission. I'm like, no, she should like tape up her hands and just throw hands and go for the knockout.
Come in like pink jeans and like a white wife beater tank top.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's go. See, this poster looks so pretty, but I'm pretty sure the match is gonna suck.
Yeah, like especially like when stuff gets weirdly personal. I agree with you. I'm tending more that this match might be bad, and like Charlotte can pull stuff together and get good matches out of people, and they're both like crazy athletic, and like they both can do it. But like, oh, sorry, I'm legitimately worried that this match might be bad because the build has just been awful, and like it should have been so easy, and like it was one of those times where like neither one of them are helping each other. And what like wrestling's supposed to be collaborative. At the end of the day, you're supposed to work with the other person. You're putting on it like, and they sort of like Charlotte let her sink or swim on her own and like promos and set her up to fail at times.
This is like when you're trying to do the group project for school and no one wants to be the leader. And you
Yeah.
have two people who have the same idea and they're just too stubborn to let the other person win. That's what this match is.
Yeah. And like they like pretend that like, oh yeah, we're gonna work on it together this day. And they just write half of it themselves and like, oh, she didn't show up. Like I didn't do her part. So
Freaking telling the teacher, freaking telling Hunter, she's not doing her damn part of the project.
Yeah.
And Hunter's like, I'm trying really hard. I'm sorry.
And one of the other women's matches, we got the Women's World Championship, the other world title match. I legitimately love this guy so much. He's like one of the coolest people on earth. Like I'm excited for all three. A lot of people feel Rhea is going to win. How do you feel about this match?
She should not win.
Yeah.
She cannot win. No. Technically, Io should win.
Yeah.
Io's not going to, but she should because I feel like she deserves it. And I think it sucks too because this will be her second Mania in a row losing because she lost last year to Bayley.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's been a little too long since speaking of people who need the title at all times in WWE, it's been a really long time since this individual has had a singles title. So I think Miss EST has to win because you need her to have the title, apparently. But I want Io. But
yeah, it's also been like a weird dynamic where like Twitter's sort of split, like both not even wrestling Twitter, but like the crowds. A lot of people feel that Rhea Ripley is the clear heel here, but Bianca Belair is the one getting booed relentlessly at shows.
isn't
like
she a tweener technically?
Yeah.
Rhea?
Yeah, like she is, but like she was more. She did technically what she did was more of a heel move of, forcing your way into a match you had legitimately no business in. Like she didn't earn it because like Bianca earned her right into that match by winning the Elimination Chamber.
And all Rhea did was sign a contract that was not legalized.
Yep. Which, good for her to realize that in the States, there are no laws anymore. You can just ignore things the courts say and just sign your name onto contracts that don't have your name. And it eventually becomes legally binding because no one cares about the rules.
I will say I love Bianca's TikToks where she'll do a recap of what happens on Raw in her own commentary. The best content of all time.
I'm trying to go through the match guide.
Yeah,
I doubled up some of them.
Oh. Don't talk about El Grande Americano again.
Did you say El Grande Americano?
No, we did that already.
This should be the night one and two main event. Make it both nights. Back to back, run it back the next night as Chad Gable versus Rey Mysterio.
Crap.
We'll go with the night one main event. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
Man. Isn't he so pretty?
I mean, they're all three pretty handsome men.
I mean, we're just talking about Seth. He's the youngest out of the three.
But like,
I believe.
He can't be like I guess like CM Punk's in his 40s. Roman Reigns got to be near 40, 30 something probably.
How old is Roman Reigns? Let's see. Roman Reigns is 39. He's turning 40.
Yeah.
Next month.
Oh, look at that. Happy birthday, Roman.
Seth is 38. He's turning 39 at the end of May as well. So Seth is the youngest.
Oh, this is nice.
CM Punk is 46. This man is almost 50 years old.
I mean, 4 years.
He's turning 47 in October. Are you mean to tell me we've dealt with him for so long? Oh my God.
And still quite handsome for his advanced age.
He's advanced age.
This is like also one of the rare times where like 3 athletes or people on TV are actually older than me. because like watching football is depressing for me now. As like people get to my age, like, yeah, they should retire. I'm like, I also should retire too. I should be able to retire at 35 from my grocery store job. This is a lot of work.
Oh, that sounds so nice, retiring at 35. A dream.
Yeah. I mean, I could just wish I could take my pension now that I'm paying into.
You go on a vacation?
Yeah.
So I'm picking Seth Rollins because I think that everyone is so focused on Paul Heyman, and technically Paul Heyman now owes Seth a favor for not killing him. I know JPJ believes otherwise if he's still here, that he doesn't really owe Seth a favor because Seth chose out of his own free will not to kill him the other night on Raw. But I think there's more of a story here if like Punk pins Roman and then they could feud into SummerSlam, or even if Rollins pins Punk, because it could be like, you wanted the main event and you said for months that you had my number and I beat you on the shows. So who really has your number now, Punk? So I think there's more of a story of Rollins winning and pinning either Reigns or Punk than any of them pinning whoever. And, you know, maybe Seth just goes with Paul and we all live happily ever after. Yay, Seth.
I'm gonna pull a Kimmy here since not Kimmy's here. And I once ran into, like 2 years ago, I ran into Seth Rollins and Becky as I was leaving work. Because I can tell you 100% what happened is Sami Zayn definitely told him his favorite coffee shop, which is across the street from my work. And they went there before a house show. And I'm like, I'm about to cross the street. I'm literally about to go to that show too. I'm like, is that Becky and Seth, or I'm just imagining things at this point? And I see like, and they had their kid with them. So I'm just like, hey, I'll see you at the show later, and kept walking.
Oh,
because like it was definitely the juxtaposition of like their two lives of like fully in like parent mode of Seth juggling a car seat in one hand and his coffee in the other as they're like trying to get back to their rental car to go back to the show. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to bother them when they're like clearly as like Becky's got their child in their arms.
So like, you're a respectable human being.
Yeah. Like, legitimately, that is the fourth wrestler I've ran into at my work.
Really? That's so cool.
Like, Sammy lives, or like he lives nearby. So like I see him there every so like when he's in town, like once a month, because he also lives in Florida, but he still has a place in Montreal. So like he every so often I see on that street, and I saw Kevin Owens twice there. And I remember like one time, because his family lives in NDG. Like his in-laws live in NDG in the neighborhood I live in. Actually, like I know his sister-in-law because we have friends in common. And she's like, cool. Yeah, she's like, and like there was one time, like I think I was talking to her at one point. It's like, like she made it sound like he is just a like child fan. It's like, Kevin got to meet The Rock today. I'm like, you do realize he's a former world champion, right? This isn't me being able to meet The Rock. But yeah, going back to this match, I wouldn't be surprised if Roman wins it, but he doesn't need it. Like, he doesn't need a win, but like he also lost last year at Mania, so it's weird that their golden boy would lose 2 Manias in a row, or at least not win this Mania, because I don't think he's going to take the pin at this one. Like, it is a like very confusing match because like again, it's all three are like people who can't lose.
And you don't know what the winner of this is gonna get. Like the rumor was like the winner of this would face, I think they were what were they saying? Like Jay, the winner of this would face. It would be Jay's first feud.
But again, like that can't be Roman because he's not going to feud for the title he disparaged all of last year and said was the secondary title. Like Seth was trying his best and Roman kept talking shit about that title. So it's not going to be like he's going to face Roman for it. Even though like Roman Reigns is the heel here, like nothing has changed from when he left. He never apologized for abusing everyone for months, including the people that helped them become the tribal chief again. I'm gonna go CM Punk. I think he, even though like I think the prize for him was already just getting the main events. I don't know what, I'll agree with you. I'll go Seth Rollins. I will go Seth Rollins.
Oh, you could have went with Punk.
Because like I'm thinking through it, and like I wouldn't be surprised if like this is CM Punk's moment. Even though like it should be for a title, like it's weird that it's a non-title match. Like I thought CM Punk's first main event was going to be for a title match, like against Gunther or something. Even though like months ago, like people were shocked that this match was going to be a main event. I'm like, if the second I saw like it was going to be a triple threat with these three guys, I'm like, there's no way this can't main event. Like they sort of like screwed themselves over. So I was not surprised when they made the main event at all. I called this like months ago. Like there was no way Roman's not main eventing, especially that he's like either tying the record, he's setting the record this time for the most main events.
Isn't it 11? I think it's 10 or 11.
Yeah, it's 10 or 11. This is either his 10th or his 11th. I think it's his 10th main event.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just especially the last few years, it helps that there's been 2 main events, so he can pad his stats.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Because like he main evented twice last year. That's 2 main events. He main evented both nights.
Crap.
But yeah, like I think either Seth or CM Punk has taken the pin here, though. I don't see Roman taking the pin for like the second straight year at WrestleMania.
Oh no, that would be bad. No, Roman, I don't think is, unless Roman's winning, I don't think he's involved in the finish.
Yeah. Let me see.
There's 4 matches left.
I might have missed some graphics. Well.
So we have the Sin City Street Fight. We have the New Day match. We have Cody. And then we have the women's tag titles.
Let me see if I have my... But yeah, okay, we can... I don't have the graphic up because I don't think I have the New Day match one. No, I do not. I literally doubled twice. But the New Day match, the reason I think, like the reason it's on the card, there is part of me that's like the thing of the day is because maybe Big E gets involved. Either they're going to win straight up and win the tag team titles from them, or they put them on the Mania card because the potential of Big E getting involved and screwing them over.
Yeah, I was shocked they didn't put. I felt like the SmackDown like tag titles, there was more of a story with that, especially with all like four or 5 teams that could have, like, Motor City Machine Guns could have had their first Mania moment, which would have been absolutely incredible. The Street Profits, who always show out at WrestleMania, like stuff like that. So I just felt like there was more of a story there than this. I agree, though. Like, maybe Big E can get involved. Maybe Big E shows a little, like, obviously we don't know what his status is, but maybe a little bit of physicality. But I think the War Raiders are going to win. I think. I'm not too confident about it.
Like, my thing is if Big E gets involved, the War Raiders are going to retain. But, like, if there's nothing else, I think New Day wins. Because also, like, from a character's perspective, which, like, where I was getting frustrating, like, after the thing with Big E, all the momentum between that heel turn sort of fell off. And they were still doing the same, like, all the stuff they're complaining to Big E about, they were still stagnant. They still, for months, didn't win titles. Were just sort of complaining and going around and still in the same spot they were before they turned on Big E, like, up till this point. So, like,
yeah, this heel turn has sucked.
Yeah, like they need to win this titles because it would be the same sort of like stagnant point that they were for the last year, where like the whole point of turning on Big E was so they could, as sort of like the catalyst to push him to the next level. So like, or at least back to the tag team title picture. So like, I feel like they have to win, especially that, like, again, no fault to the War Raiders, but the Raw tag division, and I've been saying this for months, has been lagging behind the SmackDown one. The SmackDown one has been far more interesting, and they've developed way more. Where like for like a full month, I forgot who was the tag team title champion on Raw. And
They'll
like,
pick up when Penta and Phoenix win those titles. It's okay.
yeah, that's like legitimately what I was thinking for a while. I'm like, the second Penta shows up on there, like on their, they definitely need that team on Raw. Like they need to develop the tag division there a little more to have a little more competition, because the SmackDown one is much better. And I fully agree with you that like the SmackDown tag division is like the superior one, the more developed one of the last few months.
Do you think Valhalla comes out with the War Raiders?
As a special thing, I guess so. Like, how long ago did she have her child? Did she have a second child?
She did. I don't know when she did.
But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if like a one-off, and then Michael Cole loses his mind about the horns again.
In November 29th. Or November 28th, I'm sorry. So, well, November, December, January, February, March. 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
She can appear for the entrance.
Yeah. Also, like, I love how dudes on, like Twitter and stuff, like the second a female wrestler gets pregnant, it's like, oh, she'll be back a month after she gives birth. Like, she didn't just pop a human being out of her. Like, do you have no idea how tiring childbirth, how strenuous childbirth is, you idiots?
No, they don't.
Yeah. Like, I was literally just watching I was binge watching The Pit, which is very good.
It looks really good. I low-key want to start it.
Yeah, it's like it's a very realistic medical drama taking part in like every episode is 1 hour of a like 13-hour shift or 15-hour shift of it follows the morning shift of a hospital. And everything that like goes on, like they show a childbirth in there, and it gets more graphic than I thought it would.
Oh,
like,
no.
Wow, they're really going for it. Well done, HBO.
Man, well, they have the money now that Euphoria is back producing their show. They have money now. They didn't have money when Euphoria was in their 5-month five-year hiatus.
God, they should have killed that show 30 times. Like that I can't believe they I don't know why they're bringing it back for another season when like half the cast is gone. They're all 40 now.
And Zendaya has a million other things to do. She has to plan a wedding.
And she's like a way better actress than what she's been given on that show as of late. Like,
did you see Challengers?
I did see Challengers.
It was so good. I loved it.
Oh yeah, like it was very good. And like I don't know, the dudes just end up together. They should have just ditched Zendaya. They're like, yeah, we both know what this is.
No, that would have killed the plot.
And just them. The movie should end with them making out at center court. While Zendaya watches, I'm like, this is clearly what all three of us want.
And she's just like, what the hell does this mean for me and my coaching career? What is this?
Speaking of which, we do have our main event to talk about as well. Well, what other match we have too? There was two.
The women's tag titles, and wait, we were missing another one. Hold up. I will say, I did not think the women's tag titles. I did not think Bayley and Lyra were going to go through every team.
Yeah.
Especially because it was squash. Oh, Damian and Drew. Because it was squash after squash after squash in that tag team gauntlet match on Friday. But I obviously Lyra is not going to hold 2 titles.
Yeah.
I think that Lyra is going to cause them to lose, and then Bayley's going to turn and then she's going to turn heel, and then I think a heel Bailey is the one to defeat Lyra Valkyria.
I fully agree with you. I don't see them. I don't see them winning the tag titles. Like they're sort of a thrown together team. Like this is clearly to build something else. And like Raquel and Liv are like they are a better like they somebody else is better off taking the titles off them. Either like next month or something. Yeah, the
Meta girls should be the ones to do it, in my opinion.
I actually agree with you. Like they bring up the people from NXT to win the titles.
They're ready. They've been ready.
Yeah. What other match do we have?
The Sin City street fight between Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah.
And Priest in the Nobody Cares match, but we used real glass that got into Drew's eye, so now we do care. I think Drew has to win this one. I think after the embarrassing loss he had last year, he needs some momentum to carry him into 2025. And I think this is the match to do it. This is another one. This match can either go really bad or really good. Since there's going to be weapons, I assume it's going to be good. Obviously, Drew McIntyre is also collecting jewelry because he stole Damian Priest's necklace. So, jeweler who, Mr. McIntyre? But I think Drew's going to win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Drew definitely needs the momentum going forward. And again, like I think this is going to be a good match. Like I don't have doubts it's going to be a bad match on this one. I think it's going to be fun because like even though like WWE more or less like they've strayed a little bit, but like their street fights are pretty formulaic in the like trash can kendo stick table chair, and that's it. And then like they burn like it's a lot of times barely a street fight or a hardcore match, but like I do like how they've both committed to it's on site every time where like there's literally no talk. They certainly no talk at all. They're just throwing hands and beating the hell out of each other. So like they built that very well, and it makes sense that it's a street fight. But I think I think Drew wins it, and like I don't think it hurts Damian as much to take the loss.
No, it doesn't. I'm interested to see, since it's a Sin City street fight, I'm hoping they incorporate some type of Vegas in there. So instead of having like thumbtacks in that bag, I think they should have poker chips. And it's just like not the poker chips. Oh my god!
But those don't hurt that much when they're just laying down on the floor.
Poker chips with shreds of glass.
Yeah, or like the board with poker chips standing up, like they do. Like they put poker chips into a board or into a bat.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to incorporate Vegas somehow. I mean, come on.
Have they go through a craps table.
They spin a roulette wheel to see what.
Yeah, we bring back raw roulette.
I was a child, but I loved raw roulette. That was a great concept.
Or like Cyber Tuesday too, or Taboo Tuesday, and then it became Cyber Sunday. Where like I remember they clearly rigged it out. They figured out how to rig the results afterwards, or like by making the two other options stuff no one wants, and the third one something people would clearly want. Because like there was like the couple of times that they got like an underdog to like voted into a match that they weren't expecting.
It's like what?
Yeah. All right, and our final match.
There it
Cody
is.
Rhodes versus Jonathan Cena.
Jonathan is crazy.
He's acting like a Jonathan. He has lost John. He has
to earn his name back.
Yeah, this is Total Divas. I wear suits in the house at all times. You
can't make dinner.
There is a room for men where we smoke cigars, which I would be fully uncomfortable in and would make fun of the entire fucking time I was in that room. It's the most like Republican coded thing I've seen in my life. Them smoking cigars and being like, the pores.
Let's spill the tea, but it's really scotch.
Yeah.
I think Cena has to win.
Yeah.
Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is his first, similar to the Naomi thing. This is his first match since the heel turn, and I think you want to legitimize it. I think the story works really well too because hey, I was in this abusive relationship for 25 years, and I used to win my matches for you, and now I win my matches for me, and I won this match no problem. Like I slaughtered Cody Rhodes, I slaughtered your guys' new flavor of the month, and now look where he is. Because I saw today, Cody's apparently not even advertised for that
Yeah,
Raw
I saw
after
that.
Mania. So look, he's not even here. He fled. He went home. And now the other crazy thing is I don't know how often we're gonna see Cena because this man decided to still have a full movie schedule. So my fear is like we'll see him on that Monday Night Raw after, and then we're not gonna see him until Backlash.
It's gonna be back to sort of like the Roman schedule with the title.
Trash.
Where like we maybe see it once a month or like every 2 other pay-per-views. Like he's scheduled for Backlash.
Yes.
And like how many pay-per-views before SummerSlam is he scheduled? Like is he going to be
I don't know if he's gonna be at Money in the. What's next after Backlash is Money in the Bank
I think so, yeah.
or the Clash? No way.
Because
Where's Clash?
there's the Clash in Paris, right?
Yeah, when is that? That is it's Sunday, August 31st. Okay, that's after SummerSlam.
Yeah. So like so he's always going to be at SummerSlam in New York, and you can build Cody like I agree with you. John Cena's more than likely going to win this match. Like I know it makes no sense for Cody to hold on to it past this because like also there's more in the chase for him, and him also trying to rebuild after his failure and like failing the company. And I just wonder if Cena does bring back the spinner title.
I think he has to.
Because like, here's the thing, confession. I actually like the spinner title. I don't know why so many people hated it so much.
Because they say it looks like a toy. It's supposed to be a man title.
I mean, they all kind of look like toys. They are.
This is very true.
I mean, I have WWE title behind me. Although I commit to the fact that everyone who brings one of these to the shows, I think out of I barely seen one where like I can't beat in an actual fight. Like there hasn't been one nerd where I'm like, no, that dude can beat me. I'm like, I know I can easily beat that person for that title.
I can easily take this dude down.
Yeah. And you're parading your championship around. Sir Asthma is kicking your ass already. I barely have to put in any work. Yeah, like I think it's obviously going to be Cena. He's going to set the record and he's going to take the title home. And then try to be a serious actor because everyone made fun of him that Dave Bautista is the clearly better actor.
He is.
Yep, he is. Like The Rock, like I feel like that's what happened with The Rock too. I think he heard too much that Dave Bautista was better than him. That's why he tried to do a serious A24 film. And like, brother, you just don't have the range. Just like Cena at least knows where he is, like his kind of sweet spot. Like those comedies that he does, he's great at it. He's a great comedic actor. He's like, Cena's not a serious film actor. Like he can do serious parts in movies. Like he's great in Peacemaker. He can do like serious scenes in there. But like I don't see him in like a Denis Villeneuve film. Whereas Dave Bautista has that range where he can.
Because Dave Bautista tries very hard, and he's very good at that.
All I want is Dave Bautista to be nominated for one Oscar. Like, and I don't think he's that far off.
Neither do I.
Like, I just think the Academy is notoriously stuffy and like might bristle at nominating Like some people might not vote for former professional wrestler, even though they voted for the wrestler, and Mickey Rourke is a piece of trash.
Oh, did you see he got kicked out of
Yeah,
Celebrity
and should have
Big
been kicked
Brother?
out right away. He should have been kicked
He
out
should
right
have.
away.
Poor JoJo.
Yeah, that dude is gross as hell. But that is it for our WrestleMania picks. So how do you feel about the show as a whole? Now that we do you think it's going to be a good show or both nights or
No. I think it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be the greatest WrestleMania of all time.
No, because they say that every year, and most of the time it is not true. It is a best. All of them are best serviceable.
I did enjoy WrestleMania 39 is probably my favorite one I've been to live, I will say.
I have not been to a WrestleMania ever or a Big Four pay-per-view.
We have to change that.
I kind of want to go next year to New Orleans, and hopefully your stupid country is not trying to invade my country at that point or trying to overthrow our government.
You know what? I'll work on that. I definitely don't have the resources to even try to do that, but
yeah, because it's super annoying. It is not fun. Also, we are in the middle of an election, which is funny because our elections last, and this would work well for an American, last 1 month, and it still lasts forever. Our election was called 3 weeks ago, and I'm voting this week. I'm voting in advance polling this week.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're literally like, I think the longest one was like a few elections ago, where like it was like almost 2 months, and that was like a historically long election.
Nope.
Yeah,
too much.
Either way, Kimmy, or not Kimmy, Sokol, thank you so much for hopping on and chatting with me. And I got a good segue here. Matthew Rodriguez asked, "Are you guys going to WrestleCon?" See,
I guess I will be there. I guess so. Actually, I will tell you exactly who we are bringing in because I had my very good friend, Rob Wilkins from Fightful, make us our WrestleCon graphic because I was not skilled enough to do it myself.
Just stick figures. The Kimmy version is just stick figures pointing Sting.
That is really
McFoley.
what it looked like.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. I sent it to Jeremy as a joke. Where is it? I will show you the one I made. It's pretty crappy. Look at this. Look at this.
There's the wait, where is the on Friday whilst at work, like literally had nothing to do. I was just waiting for like my final truck to come in to offload. So I'm like, Speedball was talking about the artwork that all the fans were making, and I'm like, I will make a masterpiece for him while I'm at my desk. And I made him this. Wait, there it is.
That's beautiful.
I know. I really captured his essence, and also pointed the important part, which is feet.
Yeah, you know, now he has a pair of shoes he ordered. I saw.
Now that was my idea too. Those I told him to buy those shoes.
I hope they work for him well.
The Montreal St. Viator Nikes that they released, which I'm mad Americans bought and sold out before I had a chance. The St. Viator Bagel Nikes.
I don't have those, but yay, Nike, Jordans, America. Anyway, so if you want to know who we're bringing to WrestleCon, we are actually bringing someone who is making their debut Thursday night, Soraya, who will also have her book.
Yeah.
She will have copies of the book there. So if you want to buy the book, go to WrestleCon Thursday. You can see her. Sting, Saturday and Sunday. That's right. He's doing 2 days. So Saturday, he's doing Wolfpack. So he's going to have the red and the black face paint. And then Sunday, you'll have, you know, your usual white and black face paint. Paul Walter Hauser, Mick Foley, Lita, Kevin Nash, and my girl, Dr. Britt Baker, CMD. Do not ask me what her contract status is. I am done hearing this question from people. But like I said earlier, there's over 260 talent coming. Tony Storm, Mike Tyson's also going to be there. If you don't want to wait, we have him before WWE World does. He's going to be at WrestleCon on Saturday, and he's going to be at World on Sunday. you can meet him first at WrestleCon.
And where is
And
WrestleCon located if you're in Vegas?
At the Westgate Hotel, which is right next to the convention center where WWE World is. So you can literally do both. They're right next to each other. You can go to like the WrestleMania Superstore and then walk to WrestleCon.
Look at that.
It is a little off the strip though, but it's okay. We're all going to be there, and I'm very excited. So if you're going to WrestleCon, say hi to me. I swear I'm a nice person. I won't even wear this hood. You'll see like the top of my head again.
But that's going to cost $20 for a picture without the hoodie and $5 for an autograph, but no Funko Pops.
No, I have trading cards.
Oh, you have Kimmy SOKOL trading cards?
I do. I have two versions. There's one with me covered in face paint that Nyla Rose drew on me. And then my second one, it's a picture of me with three versions of the AEW Women's Championship. There's a picture of Skeeter on there because people think I look like Skeeter, the Muppet. And there's a picture of me and Britt in the back.
It's great. As for me, you can catch me. You can follow me on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, at KartSayNDG. And special announcement, I will not be here next week, but I called in a very special guest who you might realize might have the same background. And if you realize what time of year it is, who might be showing up, somebody I'm an advocate for. And he might be shooting on new AEW superstar Speedball Mike Bailey, as they both have a rivalry together. You'll find out next week on the Brunch Gimmick, as he will be hosting. For Kimmy, I am Lawrence. We will see you back here next week. At least I will. Kimmy will be having a great time in Vegas with all her famous friends and all the creators. And gambling so much money. Next time you see Kimmy, he's like, I'm $45,000 in debt. I don't know how this happened. I also somehow lost Joel Pearl in a debt. I don't know how he let me bet him.
I'll be the new host of In the Weeds, guys.
I won Jeremy Lambert. Shouldn't have gone all in. Shouldn't have hit on in 16. Anyways, we'll see you back here next week. Same time, same place. Thank you, everybody. Bye.